there was the worst oil spill at Taean, South Chucheongnam-do Province.
On December 7, 2007, the disaster came unannounced. The collision between Samsung Heavy Industries offshore crane and Hebei Spirit tanker. The flowing sea literally was covered with a black oil slick. People from all over the country headed to Taean, not to mention anyone else. More than 2 million residents and volunteers helped with the disaster prevention effort. And finally, Taean regained its old form. There were residents who've not yet looked after their health while trying to take care of the sea. But that's all right. From the past to the coming future, this place will be responsible for the health of Taean residents. Because there is Taean Environmental Health Center. This is Kim Gaija, a female diver who has lived in the sea all her life. She still has vivid memories of that day. Muan, the head of the fishing village, I was called there. They said, "Hurry up and come here." When I came, I found oil floating in front of the Muan breakwater. So we're going to scoop it out with a bucket and hand it out.
I thought I was getting sick because of the smell of oil and did it for about 6 or 7 months. The back of my head kept hurting. I went to the doctor's office and he gave me painkillers because I was so stiff. I just kept taking the painkillers. But it didn't work, so I went to the hospital and that's when I got my blood pressure checked. I got it all without anything to do.
Then the seriousness of the health of the affected area was confirmed through public-private joint research, and finally the Taean Environmental Health Center was established in September 2008 with the support of the Ministry of Environment and Taean County. In the meantime, we have played a role in improving the health of the affected residents and restoring the community, including investigating and researching the effects of oil spill on the ecosystem and human body. As we focus on community healthcare projects, we have been conducting health impact surveys on all age groups since 2009. Is there a reason why the test is conducted for such a long time?
6 years after the accident, we looked at the samples, and we found that the metabolic materials for the oxidative stress biomarkers were significantly higher, which could cause any genetic modification. I think we need more of those measures continuously to do any preventive work for serious diseases.
So far, 19,449 adults, children, and teenagers have participated in the health survey. The follow-up will continue even if the target, who was a child in the early stages of the accident, becomes an adult. This is a sample bank that stores blood and urine samples. From 2009 to 2019, about 19,000 people were examined. Adults, children, and teenagers in Taean, and their samples are stored in the freezer here. We're taking these samples and analyzing how much environmental pollutants there are in the body. This is Visiting Environmental Health School time, which has been operating 3 schools in the oil-damaged areas since June 2019. Today, they are going to conduct atopic prevention training through puppet shows. For the children who fell in love with the puppet show, it's like a game, not studying, right? There are classes for parents and teachers as well as students. My airway was swollen, my eyes were swollen, and my face was swollen, to the point where you can't breathe. As if showing hot response, the question doesn't stop. In addition, there's disaster prevention worker education and joint training with Taean Marine Police Station. Along with the Korea National Park Service, we are also actively carrying out educational promotion projects for the prevention and management of environmental diseases, including health camps for children in the region and healthy living areas for senior citizens. In addition, through numerous international conferences, papers, and international meetings, we are working hard to share the oil damage with the world.
10 years later, we're in the process of organizing what we've been doing to remind ourselves of what we've been doing. And we hope that we'll be able to get involved in a lot of other environmental health issues and do more activities to take care of the health of the residents. The residents are also very grateful for our participation in our program in many areas.
Taean, where both the environment and the people find their original place at the end of despair. The time that almost stopped because of the difficulty is flowing again with Taean Environmental Health Center.